Hello and welcome to another episode of the Face Podcast. My name is Jeff Ramsey. With me as always, Gavin Free, Andrew Penton. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is episode 126, and to my knowledge, this is the first episode of season 5?
That's correct.
I think last episode should have been the first episode of season 5.
Oh,
I thought
correct?
season 4 ended in that episode.
Yeah, I thought I don't remember.
We did it. Didn't we do another one after the last one?
Oh, you're right. Hold on a second.
Oh,
Welcome to
right.
another episode of the Face Podcast. I believe this is episode 126, and correct me if I'm wrong, boys, but this is the second episode of season 5.
Sounds right to me, Jeff.
Yeah, it's exactly correct. You're so smart.
Oh, you guys are sweet. Thanks. So I know how much you love it when I number and categorize things, so I wanted to be sure I got it right for you.
Can I talk about a thing that I'm annoyed about irrationally, but I am annoyed about?
Okay.
Gavin
I'm annoyed
mentioned
at you too, so let's
Oh,
get to
really?
it.
What did I
Yeah.
do? That's going to be fascinating.
Let's find out what Gavin annoyed you for.
Okay. I'm annoyed because Gavin messaged our Discord saying his computer won't turn on. Slight problem. Seemed like a big deal.
Yeah.
You still fucking showed up on time.
I do
You're
my best.
annoying. I hate it. I hate that even with your tech issues, you're still on time.
I wish I hadn't warned you guys and I would have just shown up on time with nothing said. But I was getting a bit freaked out.
What do you think the chances are, Andrew? And Gavin, this is not for you. This
Yeah.
is just purely for Andrew, so you can sit quietly. Andrew, what do you think the chances are here that Gavin invented a computer problem that he then instantly fixed to show up on time just to make himself look better so
Yes.
that he may lessen the time that it's going to take him to get back to being an on-time guy?
No, I think that's a genius point by you. I completely agree. He's been late a lot recently, so this is a perfect example of maybe him setting up a scenario in which he could still, despite the barriers thrown in his way, appear on time.
Let me be honest with you. About 8 minutes into my computer not turning on, I did figure out why I wasn't turning on.
Really?
I have a Blu-ray drive that if it's on when I turn the computer on, it tries to boot from a disc. And I didn't hear the fact that it was going like, and as soon as I turned that off, the computer came on. But I didn't figure, yeah. It still took 9 minutes to turn on.
So, in essence, Andrew and I were right.
I would say subconsciously you were right.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that.
I'll take that. That's a victory.
You're talking about that annoyance. I have a thing that's been driving me crazy in my bedroom where when I turn my TV off with the Apple remote, which is all I use because it's got an Apple TV connected to it, the TV turns off, and then anywhere between 20 and 45 seconds later, it is random. It will just turn back on again, and then I have to turn it off a second time. But it happens 100% of the time. The TV in the bedroom is a 2-turn-off TV. I don't know why or how. It started all at once in the middle of, it's been there. It's been on that wall working fine for, 6 months, a year, however long since I hung it. And the motherfucker just, maybe 3 weeks ago, just decided, nah, I'm a 2-turn-off TV now. And it sucks.
Is it that the Apple TV has already slept? And when you're hitting it, you're turning off the TV, but you're actually turning the Apple TV on.
No, because I'm doing it from an app, I'm watching an episode. I'm like watching SportsCenter via the Apple TV. It's all operating, and I'm just like, fuck this. I gotta go.
No idea.
My behavior hasn't changed at all. Only the TV's behavior. Anyway.
So what were you annoyed at Andrew about?
There's a photo. We just had the highly successful. I would say highly successful alphabet, and everybody seemed to love it. This is one of the photos that Andrew posted showing his desk. As we all know, Gavin and I love to pore over Andrew's any image we can get of Andrew's apartment or home or secret place you live. So that we can find any inkling of a secret data about the bizarre way you live your life. And so I was looking over that picture with a fine-tooth comb because there's so much to look at. And that's when I noticed, and then apparently every member on the site noticed as well, you have 1,000 fucking pencils on your desk. What kind of power move are you pulling on us here? You've literally, Mr. Anti-Pencil has Nick nailed it, a treasure trove of pencils. And then I got to thinking, not only are you flaunting these pencils just right in our face, you put them in a porta potty, which was a torture device of your design directed at me. So I feel like it's like a double fuck you coming my way.
We both saw this as a multi-layered power play.
No.
Yeah.
First of all, porta potties may be the nicest gift I've ever given anyone. There is no attack as part of a porta potty. You didn't have a toilet. I provided you a toilet. I don't see why there's any issue with what I did. Second of all, I've never protested against pencils as a tool to use them. You can never have enough pencils. Who doesn't love a pencil? I just,
Wait, did you just admit that that's a pencil?
Yeah.
It's not.
Why wouldn't?
It's not a writing utensil. That's a pencil.
Well, I think you could call that a pencil. You could call it all sorts of things.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Where did you get the pencils, and why do you have so many?
Where did I get the pencils? I bought a thing of pencils from Amazon, like a giant pack of it. And I was going to do it. That was going to be my episode 100 thing that I decided not to do for some reason. I was going to instigate the audience. I was going to make a whole video of like having the pencils, grinding them down, getting ready to like make them into a pancake, like cooking a pancake for it, and then going like, nah, and then just eating some hotcakes from McDonald's using my great hack. And then I was going to film a video of me walking the pencils to the garbage and just throwing them in there. And I never did that. So instead, I just put them in my porta potty mug, and they're there.
Were you worried about the backlash of such an act?
I don't remember. There was something that happened at that time that I just was like, you know what? I think maybe it was the fact that episode 100 felt like it was going to be a fun thing that we're celebrating. I was like, I maybe don't want to try to annoy everybody.
I can't remember what you did for episode 100.
I didn't do anything. I had all these things planned, and I didn't ultimately do any of them because they would either be against Jeff, which was not a great idea at the time, or it would instigate the audience, which I didn't want to do because I wanted 100 to be like a fun thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
And plus, I'm kind of glad I didn't because nothing could top what Jeff did. He stole the show. It was a great thing you did.
The tattoos?
The tattoos.
Oh, right. I did. I was sitting here
Fantastic
I was racking my fucking brain trying to remember what I did on episode 100.
You looking like a mermaid getting tattoos on you. It's fantastic.
Completely forgot I did that. Oh, man. Do you own a pencil sharpener?
Oh, yeah, I do. I bought one at the same time. I have an electric pencil sharpener. I was going to use that to grind them down.
I think instead of grinding those things down, I think you should use each and every pencil to use it down to the nub, and then as soon as you finish one, grab the next one and try to make it your life's goal to draw out all of those pencils.
I like that idea a lot. I think I'm gonna do that. They're gonna get a lot of use for something related to MVP coming up. So maybe I'll knock one or two of them out. How long does it take? How many strokes is in a pencil?
How many strokes?
Yeah. Before you use the lead.
Question. Let me Google that.
Yeah, like how far does a pencil? Like, will a pencil go a mile?
Like, how many licks to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Have we done that research for pencils? Like, how many strokes is the average pencil?
Oh, Lord. It's been established that the average pencil has enough graphite to write about 45,000 words.
I could do 2 lists plus some.
Maybe if you were actually writing the list with a pencil, you wouldn't have as many repeats.
No, I would have probably more because I couldn't easily search it and I'd just be more miserable.
I think as a test,
nobody could read my list if I did it by hand.
Do you have bad handwriting?
Oh, the worst. Terrible. You think my drawing is bad? Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
I wonder if you, as a test, just wrote the word 45,000 times with that pencil, see if it see how close you are to finishing it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like every punishment I had in school, actually.
Yeah, like the Bart Simpson chalkboard. Yeah. Maybe I'll try that. Maybe next time we record, I'll have a sheet. Probably not. I'm probably not going to do that, but I like the idea.
Have I told you guys that when the last couple of, maybe like 6 weeks, I've had 2 major anxiety dreams about missing dinners.
Really? Because of your lateness?
Yeah. Like I keep...
Fascinating.
It's because I felt it. Like I felt Jeff's text in the Home Depot, and I just thought, I'm so screwed. And that feeling has not yet left me. And I just get that anxious feeling, and I've woken up from that twice since.
Is your greatest fear going to be when those dreams feel normal to you? When you've truly become a man of lateness?
I just shake them off.
Yeah, they're no longer anxiety fueled for you.
When I can shrug that off in my dream, I think that's the goal.
Don't worry. As soon as you're able to do that, there'll be an Edgar Wright dream waiting in the wings.
Oh man.
Dude, the funny thing about that to me is it was great content for the podcast. Like I said at the time, I almost preferred it that way.
Yeah.
Because I've had dinner with you a million times. We'll have dinner a million more times.
It was more memorable than the dinner we probably would have had.
Yeah, I tell you, I guarantee you go to that dinner, you and Meg show up, I can't tell you one thing about that night today. Like, completely unremarkable. I'm sure we have a lovely time, but it fades in amongst the other 10,000 double dates and dinners that we've had together. But I don't know how to tell you, Andrew. This is how pro Gavin I am these days.
Mm-hmm.
How much I love all of you guys, and how I'm just so full of love right now. I was at work yesterday to do another podcast, right? And in that podcast, somebody mentioned, stay away from AH. They're doing LASO, so they're probably it's pretty intense and smelly in there. And as soon as I heard they're playing LASO, I thought, well, Gavin's got to be involved in that. I ran over. Everybody said hi to me. Joe, Michael, everybody. I think maybe Alfredo. I ignored them all. I ran over to give Gavin a hug and a big kiss on his head. And I didn't even think about it. I just kissed him on his head. And then I was walking away. Gavin goes, I got a kiss? And I was like, I kissed him? I was just so excited to see him.
You came in and we were like, hey! And then you kissed my forehead and I was like, oh, I got a kiss. And then you were gone. And then we beat the level.
Yeah, it was my good luck.
Should we talk about LASO? A different LASO that occurred? Because that brought me a lot of joy last week. I didn't even think about bringing it up in this context, but you saying that, Jeff, made me think.
Know what you're talking about.
You don't know what you're a key part of this. So, a very long time ago, Gavin and his friend Dan tried to get the Halo 2 LASO. I don't know if you want to cue up the photos because they're fantastic. They tried to get the Halo 2 LASO achievement, which is to complete every level of Halo 2 and LASO in the playlist. Now, they did it in co-op. There's a weird issue with Halo 2 where there is one mission at the start that you have to do in single player. They will not let you do it in co-op. So they went through the entire game and the achievement never popped, and they realized it's because they didn't do this one level. And you can't just go do it later. You have to do it in the correct sequence.
Yeah, I have a photo of the moment we discover this. Popping it in now. That is a picture of Dan puzzled at why he didn't get the achievement.
So, because that happened, this is even before we did face. I felt bad for Gavin. So I
this
thought,
is 2019.
This is something that I've kind of considered doing myself. This will be motivation. I'll do it with one of my friends. We'll get to the end, and then I'll let Gavin know, hey, I have 2 checkpoints. You can do it with one of us, and Dan can do it with the other person. It's going to be great.
I think we talked about... Did we talk about the intricacies of why it didn't work?
Yeah, I just explained it, I believe.
Okay, so... But all we had to do was then play the first cutscene and first level and then beat the playlist again. But you can't start from the end of the playlist. You have to start and play the entire game again. But all you really need is for the game to see you click over the final boss and the final level.
That is correct.
With all the other levels complete. Yeah.
So I, with a friend, go through Halo 2 LASO, get to the last one, reach out to Gavin. We coordinate. It takes us a few hours, but we do it. We complete Halo 2 LASO. We both get the achievement. Now it's just my friend and Dan need to sync up somehow. They have no connection. It seems very unlikely to me that this will ever happen. But it's a thing.
I think 2 months after.
Yeah, so we're 2019.
Yeah.
Last week, because Gavin and I had talked about it sort of recently, how it's funny that my friend still has that checkpoint and has never gotten the achievement, and Dan still also hasn't gotten it. Gavin texted me, what days is your friend available? In the next 5 days, does your friend have an availability?
Well, first I was like, does he still have that checkpoint? Because I thought, what are the chances that this checkpoint would have held for 3 years?
Now let me explain the joy that I got when I received that message. That friend, and I love them, they're terrible at Halo. They're useless. They spent most of that experience not playing while I dragged us through level by level. They're awful.
Okay.
They're the person they are the person that I did the applesauce races with, where I wasn't eating the applesauce and they would just chow it down. They're an idiot, and I love them. They're terrible at Halo 2. They're fantastic. So when I saw that text, I thought, oh, this is my friend, the applesauce guy. He's so bad at this. This is going to be a disaster. I'm so excited. I rushed over to message him. Hey, what's your availability for the next 5 days? And we sorted it out. We got it organized. It was Monday, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But they found a time, And for that was like 2 days in the future, they're going to do it. There were moments throughout those next 2 days where I would just light up in joy, knowing the pain that they would be going through. He's terrible at Halo.
And Dan was excited to finally get closure on this achievement that he put in probably 40 hours into, maybe.
Easily, yeah. I'll let you take it from here, Gavin, because I sadly was not able to watch these runs. Tell me, what was the experience like watching them play?
I realized very quickly that this person was no good at Halo. because Iron is on. It just means that when your friend died, they both got reset. And Dan, and I just never hear this side of Dan. But Dan was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. No, we've got." He was the one like being really motivational.
Yeah, he is.
And there was one bit where they.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. What?
I was just gonna say my friend has weird. That was the weirdest awkward.
That was the worst talkover we've ever had in the 126
by far.
episodes.
That was, I mean, like, I want to note it to cut it out, but Jesus Christ, what happened?
That was like, that's so funny. One thing that's great about this podcast is we very rarely ever have those moments. And whereas every other podcast I've ever done remotely, they're constant. But man, I got stepped in that hard.
No, we have those moments. Yeah, the problem is there was too much respect there. There was too much kindness. We both wanted to give the right away. We both were committed to. Yeah, that was the issue. I don't even remember what I was gonna. Oh, they have no patience. They die all the time. They just run out and die. They're really bad at just waiting.
So there was one bit where they tried probably 25 times to make it. They're basically trying to skip a segment with tons of enemies, and Dan made it. Like he performed this jump that he'd been trying so many times. And it was like, oh, we got it. Oh, okay, don't die. don't die. We've got this. And they slowly edge through the rest of the level, very meticulously taking out jackal snipers and all this stuff. And then I just hear Dan going, no, don't worry. We can do it. Like your friend is clearly running again. They get all the way to the end. All they have to do is do the glitch with Johnson. If you've done LASO, you've probably cloned Johnson a few times because it's pretty much impossible to beat the game without doing this exploit where you have to drop a Spectre into the final boss room at perfect time. They get all the way to that point and Dan messes up the Spectre part. So they drop into the final boss without the Spectre, which means you can't clone Johnson. They have to restart the entire level again. They're hours in at this point. They go through the entire level again. They do it. They do the glitch. They pull it off. Hold on. My shit's too powerful.
I will say that's one of the things.
Why don't we get this freaking
Nitro or whatever?
What made me so excited was because when Gavin and I did it, the glitch to get Johnson in to like bring the Spectre into the room is kind of difficult if you're not experienced with it. It took us, I want to say 3 attempts. So we had to go through the level 3 times at that point. I was like, oh, they're going to definitely fuck up that Spectre glitch. This is going to be great. They're going to have to do it multiple times. It's going to be a massive headache.
I've
what are you doing?
Put an image in, that was 270 kilobytes. I've put an image in Slack.
Okay. It's the same image.
It's the same image, 3 years apart.
Oh my God.
He didn't get the achievement. I guess at some point in the interim time, Dan somehow lost all of his progress in the LASO playlist. Like all of his mid progress for any playlist was reset. So he now has the first cutscene complete, the second level armory, and the final level, and everything else in the middle is missing. And the best part about it is that your friend got the achievement. So all that happened is Dan helped Andrew's friend get an achievement for 3 hours. And he walked away from the whole thing just like,
he doesn't care about that achievement at all. That means nothing to him. Oh, it's so good.
Apparently the guy was like, oh, thanks. Yeah, appreciate it.
Oh, man.
He has one of the hardest achievements in the entire game. Dan, who's now pretty much played the whole game and the final level twice, still has nothing to show for it.
I think arguably the best part and correct me if I'm wrong in this, Gavin, even if Dan finishes all the levels he still doesn't have credit for because of that glitch, he still would then need to beat the final level again for it to pump. So he'd have to beat it 3 times.
He can't get that achievement without playing that level for a 3rd time. We couldn't believe it. I was just in tears that he was stood in front of the TV in the exact same pose, trying to figure out what went wrong again.
Did you recognize instantly that it was the same photo and then go back and...
Well, it's a screenshot from a video, and I remember I've taken the same video twice, so I was like, it seems really familiar.
So is he going to try again in 3 years?
I think so. I'm always feeling guilty enough to the point where I'll go through it with him again. I feel like he really deserves it at this point.
That's pretty unfortunate. Yeah.
Oh man,
it's the worst LASO too. But aside from like Halo 5, it's pretty bad.
It's terrible. How is Halo 5 LASO going?
Oh, awful. Absolutely horrendous.
What makes you say that?
I mean, we put out a video the other day that was 3 hours and 40 minutes long. We didn't even do the level. We just got stuck and stopped.
What level are you on right now? How far into it are you?
We just beat level 4.
Oh, and there's like
how many?
12 or 13 levels?
Of 12 playable.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
12
There's 12? I thought there were 10. Wow. You're not even halfway. That's great.
No.
There's not even an achievement for it or anything. That's fit.
Nope. There's no reason to do it.
I know they said they wouldn't do it. Nothing would make me happier if they add Halo 5 to the Master Chief Collection with a LASO playlist. Right when you're about to finish that achievement list, you have 698. They drop a Halo 5 LASO into the mix.
Eric, can I get shitty Discord to let me put up bigger files?
Yeah, I'm getting it right now.
I just feel like 2 years in, we deserve it.
Right. I just said that we were going to do it, but we can keep having the conversation on the episode if you want.
Eric, I love you.
Sorry for providing a little bit of extra.
If I were in the room with you right now, I'd kiss you on the forehead, Eric.
Thank you so much. I'm already getting it. I'm getting the card. I was going to do it. Here's the thing. I was going to do it during the episode, and then I thought I don't trust Discord at all to not drop everything and make that be a big thing in the middle of the recording by doing whatever this nitro boost is. So I'm waiting until we're done, and then I'll take care of it, and then we should have it for the year.
Because nothing makes me feel more like a chump than thinking an image will land, and then I just get like an FU. And I feel like a little schmuck.
I understand. I completely agree with you. Here's the thing. I hate Discord. I genuinely think out of every VoIP solution that's ever been a thing on the internet, Discord is the fucking dirt worst. I am every day just hanging on to life because I'm trying to outlive Discord. I hate it so much. I hate Discord passionately. I think it's just the bottom of the barrel, but because it's purple and gray, everyone gets tricked into thinking it's a cool little thing. I hate it. I hate it so much.
By that, I was going to say at some point today, I think everybody needs to start being nice to Eric because I'm getting the sense that he's on edge and he might crack soon.
Eric's burned out.
I don't know why, because the goddamn San Diego Goose fucking showed up last night and cursed the Dodgers. And
I love the Goose.
Padres
I'm a big
won.
fan of the Goose. Have you guys seen the Goose? I'm a big fan of the Goose.
No.
A fucking goose showed up in the baseball playoffs are right now. It's Eric's team, the San Diego Dodgers, against
what the fuck are you saying?
Sorry, Eric's team, the San Diego Padres, against the Los Angeles Dodgers. I'm obviously rooting for the Dodgers. And in like the 5th or 6th inning, a goose just showed up in the right behind second base and just parked and wouldn't leave. And they played for a while, which I thought was wild. I think they let Gavin Lux hit while that goose was sitting there, and then they went to a commercial break and the goose was gone.
I'm a big fan of everyone photoshopping hats on the goose. I'm a big goose guy.
That's
great. I think the goose is really fantastic. Topps now, Jeff, do you know about the Topps card?
No.
Topps now has released, I'm going to link to a tweet here. This is a real sort of side tangent for like the rest of this episode. For 24 hours, there is a digital goose card that Topps has released.
I want it signed by the goose. I want it physical. And I want it
That's what
on
I'm saying. I think it's a good
That's very
idea. We
funny.
should. This goose is pretty cool. I'm a big fan. Mostly I'm on edge just because of the baseballs in general. Not baseball the sport, but baseball's the thing you sold.
That's why you're on edge?
Yeah, it has a lot to do with that.
So, we had a bunch of people show up to buy it. We only had a couple hundred to sell. Unfortunately, we oversold by 6, I think is the number. So 6 people, 6 people bought baseballs and then got like a refund because, I don't know, because no system is perfect and there was a glitch or whatever. Maybe, who knows? Maybe they bought it at the same microsecond or something. But so when we recognized that, I asked Eric to get in touch with those people, which he did, and I appreciate. And we're just going to hit 6 balls, and then we'll just mail them free balls. So not only did they get a refund, but they'll get the ball. And they'll
we're doing a make
special
good for the
ball
make
anyway.
good, Gavin. We've made good, and now we're making good.
We're gonna make good.
It's crazy that it didn't all work out like you said it would.
I mean, it did because they oversold and got refunded. And everything went up on time, and I don't know what else to fucking do. Well, I do know what else to do, because when the baseballs come out, I've already told Jeff, I don't have anything to do with them. Like, I'll hit them, and I'll get them to the people who need them. I'm done with it at that point. Everyone else can do baseballs. I don't want anything to do with the
I was afraid Eric was going to quit that day. He was I was doing a lot of like really nice talking to Eric about what a good job he does as a producer. I was doing a lot of like talking off ledge conversations.
I was surprised the refund even took place. Like, how does that? Surely we could have just gone and hit 6 more quickly without it being a thing.
Right, but that's what happens when we have other departments that are just sort of doing stuff.
I mean, just talk to us. We're here.
Exactly.
We'll hit more.
But that's okay.
We got to sort it out.
Because I worked with them. I've contacted the people. We're hitting 6 more baseballs. And that just means we have to go hit more baseballs again soon. But first we have to shoot more Does It Do and do a monkey movie. Don't worry. There's a list.
And speaking of which, there's also, I got to say, I was telling you guys, I think my finger might be broken. I don't know if I told you that or not.
What's this from?
I'm pretty sure my finger is broken. So it's going to be hard for me to hit baseballs, but I'm going to do it anyway.
From the baseballs it broke?
No, I picked up some groceries and my finger snapped in a weird position. Yeah. And I thought I was fine. I thought I just like pulled a muscle or something. But this week it started to just like hurt in like a searingly blinding way. So I'm going to deal with that. I'm going to deal with that next week. But, I'll just like, I just won't be able to swing for the fences, but I'm sure I can still hit.
I hope it doesn't.
I'm tired of getting older. I'm tired of my body breaking down. My sprained ankle from the bike wreck, I thought my knee was worse. My ankle still hurts. And if anything, it hurts more now. Ugh.
How's the rash?
I mean, I think it's...
Oh, no, I was hoping it would just be gone. I was hoping that'd be a win for you.
I'm still taking medicine for it. The infected area is still discolored, but I was told that could last up to like a year. Without those,
you have a
like,
stained crotch?
I have like a stained thigh. Yeah. So I'm still putting medicine on it, but it doesn't itch or anything. It hasn't itched in probably a month. It's just, I'm just following through with the medicine. So I guess it's fine.
Fantastic.
Other than if you look at it, you go like, oh my God, you have a giant birthmark right there that birthed on you when you were 47.
The time for spring cleaning is upon us. Do more than just dust your cabinets and organize your closet. Spring clean your butthole with Hello Tushy bidets. After wiping with dry, scratchy toilet paper all winter long, our bums could use a serious refresh. Put your cleanest booty forward and start washing with Hello Tushy. Hello Tushy is a fantastic product. It was so easy to install in my bathroom. It has made a huge difference to that overall experience. I love it. I would highly recommend it. So stop spreading your business around your butthole with toilet paper. Start washing with Hello Tushy bidets. The Hello Tushy bidet attachment washes your bum with fresh water for a way better clean than toilet paper. Simply spray and pat dry. It attaches to your existing toilet, no electricians or plumbers needed, and installs in less than 8 minutes, and it cuts down your TP use by 80%, saving money and paper waste. Make the restroom your best room with the complete Tushy system, including the Tushy bidet attachment, ottoman, and toilet brush. Hello Tushy has cleaned over 1 million happy bums. Join them and take care of your business the cleaner way. We want all of our listeners to have clean bums. Visit hellotushy.com/face to get 10% off, plus free shipping right now. Tag us and at Hello Tushy on social media so we can celebrate your clean butt with you. That's hellotushy.com/face for 10% off. Growing up, I had plenty of people in my family who went through the process of quitting cigarettes, and through my experiences and talking with them, I kind of have an understanding of what that process is like. So if you're a current smoker who's maybe going through the process of quitting, or somebody who has quit smoking but could be struggling with not going back to that addiction, I understand how difficult that is, and that's why you've got to check out Fume. Fume is the natural inhaler designed for a better, safer, and natural way to quit cigarettes. It's a no smoke, no vape, and no nicotine replacement for the hand-to-mouth habit of smoking. Fume handcrafts wooden inhalers and uses cores infused with plant oils studied to curb cravings. They have flavors like peppermint and conker, with minty notes to simulate menthol cigarettes, and other flavors like cozy chai and lemon berry bliss for a sweeter experience. And all of their flavors are 100% natural. No harmful chemicals, no artificial flavors, and absolutely no nicotine. Quitting is tough, but Fume really can't help. They've got thousands of 5-star reviews from smokers who have tried everything else, and this worked. Another thing I love about Fume is if you're somebody who flies all the time, being able to use Fume in the air and in the airport is a huge difference maker. Whether you're a smoker or ex-smoker who still struggles with cravings, Fume is the perfect tool for you. Head to breathethefume.com/face and use promo code FACE to save 10% off your entire order. That's 10% off your entire order when you head to breathefum.com/face and use code FACE. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. There have been so many times in my life, especially growing up, where I've been trying to process something difficult emotionally, or just even sometimes the day-to-day challenges we face as adults. It would be so much easier to navigate if there was a user manual for, but unfortunately, life doesn't come with a user manual, so when it's not working for you, it's normal to feel stuck. Navigating any of life's challenges can make you feel unsure, whether it's a career change, a new relationship, or becoming a parent. Therapists are trained to help you figure out the cause of challenging emotions and learn productive coping skills, which makes therapy the closest thing to a guided tour of the complex engine called you. BetterHelp has connected over 3 million people with licensed therapists. It's convenient and accessible anywhere. It's 100% online. It's amazing. Therapy has made a tremendous impact in my life. I talk about it every time with these just because it's true and it resonates so much with me. Whether it was processing past trauma or just coming up with systems of myself to go forward, therapy really showed me a path in those ways, and has been so useful to me. So I would highly recommend it to anyone who is listening. And as the world's largest therapy service, BetterHelp has matched 3 million people with professionally licensed and vetted therapists, available 100% online. Plus, it's affordable. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to match with a therapist. If things aren't clicking, you can easily switch to a new therapist anytime. It couldn't be simpler. No waiting rooms, no traffic, no endless searching for the right therapist. Learn more and save 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/face. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/face.
I have a question for Andrew.
Okay. What's up?
I assume your ankles have been at 100% for your allotted 6 weeks that you wanted, right?
No. Moving on. No, they're not.
What do you mean?
No, I slept maybe an hour at a time last night because I was dealing with an ankle issue. It's terrible. I'm so tired.
Your life is a constant cyclical loop. You have 2 months of ankles, you're back on. You break a chair, you get a new one.
We're figuring out I'm narrowing it down though. We're getting to the bottom of it. It's
what
it's
do you
the
mean?
whole
You
thing.
getting to the bottom of what?
He's
the bottom
narrowing
of my
it down
ankle.
to the ankle.
I'm narrowing it down. I'm figuring out what the issues are. We're getting through it. But
I
last
thought the
night
issue was you have shitty ankles.
Well, there's multiple issues. I have shitty ankles, and then I have other things going on too. But I'm figuring we're getting through it. We're figuring it out.
So what?
I stepped on a landmine essentially accidentally, and I couldn't The only way I wasn't in excruciating pain was if I had my foot flat, which is not easy to sleep, having your leg up and your foot flat. So I'd try to sleep, then it would hurt. Then I'd sit up and I'd try to sleep sitting up on my bed. That wouldn't really work. I'd get like maybe 20 minutes. Lay back down for 15 till it got bad. It was just up and down all night. Terrible pain.
Okay, follow-up question. Did the percentage drop below 100 due to something that happened in your own bedroom?
No. Well, no.
Okay.
But we're getting there. We're figuring it out. Didn't get 6 weeks. Probably got like 5.
5's not bad. And what percentage are you left at now?
Right now, I'd say we're getting better. I'd say we're probably like 60. Like are we doing damage or health? What is the rating?
Just total health of the ankle, like the
40%. 40% right now.
That's
like
rough.
40%.
You went from
Yeah,
100 to 40% that fast, huh?
Oh, it was it was bad. I would say that I was 20% for most of the evening, but we're back up to 40. We're climbing back up again.
Nick says you need a stim pack.
I do need a stim pack. I'd love a stim pack. I will say, I had a little bit of a fun moment where I brought an ice pack into bed because I've recently become a fan of the ice pack. I always rejected it. I didn't enjoy it.
You're an
I
ice
didn't see
pack
the
guy
point
now?
of it. I am now a big ice pack guy. Has to be the ones that you could that aren't like ice. You know, like it's the gel. You need a gel one, not an ice one. Because my issue with the ice pack is they say apply it every 15 minutes on and off. 15, you did go 15, take like 30, go into 15 more. That fucking ice melts so quickly. It's awkward to put on places. It doesn't apply. It's terrible. But you get a gel pack. And I have my little fridge in my room, keeps it cold. We reset it. It's great. But I, last night, put the ice pack in the bed, then realized, the place where I'm really sore, I don't think I could really, like, naturally in a way that wouldn't be excruciating, put that limb on that, in that area. But what do I do with this ice pack now? I just got an ice pack, and I felt like I made the bed a little bit of a dangerous game. Because for whatever sleep I get, I roll around a little bit. I don't want to just randomly land on ice. That'd be a bad wake up. So I felt like I made the bed a little bit dangerous. It was fun. Spiced it up a little bit.
Did you have any cold dreams?
Didn't have any cold. I'd take any dreams at all. I didn't get no dreams. I was up and down too much. But yeah, we're not 6 weeks. What were you gonna ask if I was? What was the scenario in which was gonna play out?
Well, I was just going to ask you, and then you were going to reply, I'm not doing it. I was going to ask you, when are you doing the marathon?
Okay. Yeah, I'm not doing it. Still works. Still go there.
Oh, man. Do you think in your lifetime you will do the marathon?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think in the lifetime of this podcast you will do the marathon?
I certainly hope so.
Well, as do we.
Did the marathon come from Burger Confidence at the time? Like, is that why you suggested it?
The most ultimate. You seem to be thinking that it's one marathon. I committed to 3 in a week. It was the ultimate moment of Burger Confidence. I was laying down. I was like, I could do 3 marathons in a week. I think I could just do this. I think I'd be good at this.
We haven't done a decent bet in a while with you because they're so outrageous. Like the million gamer score. Or
we got some in the works.
I don't. Does anyone remember 3 marathons in a week?
That's what it was. I committed to 3, not 1. 3.
I haven't even been able to get you close to doing 1/3 of your challenge.
Yeah, you guys keep talking about 1. 3. I said I'd do 3.
What?
We'll settle for 1.
That's a new level of confidence. That's way higher than the 50 burgers.
No,
Andrew,
that's
like Andrew. Yeah. What if we split the difference and you only have to do like 1.5 or 2?
Okay, well, you want to know where it came from? There's a reason why I thought I could do this. I was watching some like random thing on that Eddie Izzard ran like 28 in 30 days without training, and I was like, I could do 3 in a week. Eddie Izzard could do 28, 30 days. Not a lot of prep. Easy. I got this. Then I stood up and my ankle, I was already dealing with ankle soreness at the time. I made this declaration while in bed, got up, was a little sore. I thought, I'd be fine. I'll bounce back soon. It's been an up and down road with the ankle since that moment. But yeah,
it's amazing how influential monkeys and Eddie Izzard are on your life.
In what way?
You learned how to skateboard from a monkey.
I learned is a strong word. Attempted.
You've been inspired so much in your life, I feel like, by, now Eddie Izzard, but monkeys.
I'm an influenced man.
Yeah.
I thought I could ski because of James Bond. I've had many moments.
Everybody has influences in their life. I have a billion. It's just interesting to see where yours come from.
I had someone come up to me, Jack, superfan Jack. He came up to me at work this week and just yelled, "How did you let him get away with it?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Andrew just pivoted the 500,000 gamer score bet into some GoldenEye bet, and you were just like, okay." And I was thinking about it. I was like, oh,
because I was right, because I was correct. That's why that happened.
But that's actually doable, the 500,000.
But I think the GoldenEye, we went over this. We don't need to go over this again. I don't think it would be that interesting a content. I don't know how I'd make it into a thing. And it would just be me throwing money at it.
Content.
Yeah, but not on purpose.
Just use Eric's credit card.
No, it's not even a cost thing. I just throw money at it. I just do a money thing. That's not fun.
I understand what Andrew's saying. Having done a gamer score bet in the past to great success, that Andrew, actually, you participated in, now that I think about it. I think you helped me get some Left 4 Dead achievements in that gamer score bet I did. It's just a money. You really can't just solve that problem with money. He's right. It doesn't feel like a real bet.
Just because there's too many just 1,000-point
there's
easy
so
grabs.
many. I had somebody message me a game that you could get like 20,000 points in 5 minutes.
Oh.
Like I was having people like read. That's why I was like, oh, this seems really doable in a shitty way. And if I was going to do this, I'd just throw money at it. And they're not even that expensive.
I mean, I remember that being a reason. I just miss you doing bets. I miss you.
That's why
stuff.
We just did the alphabet.
We just did.
Did he though, Jeff? Did Andrew really?
Did
do
I?
A bet?
You know what?
That's a good question.
This seems like a great.
Was it hard for him to do pizza and pineapple and pancakes and potato patties?
The most recent
pretty
episode
good point
that released to the public as our discussion around the alphabet, the results, the controversy around the evidence that I did not, in fact, rig the machine to give me a P. I don't know if there are people claiming that I gave Jeff a U on purpose. There's no rigging at all. But this does seem like a good time to make a confession. In relation to that episode.
But before you make the confession, I just want to say real fast, Eric pointed out that a marathon is 55,000 steps. I bet, what do you think you could do faster, walk a marathon or write down a pencil?
Write down a pencil.
Okay.
What do you think you could do better? Walk 55,000 steps or write 55,000 things?
Write 55,000 things.
Okay. Yeah. Now admit to cheating.
Well, listen. Cheating is a strong word. I'm an honorable man. That episode just came out. There's been lots to talk about it.
Since when?
Since probably episode 22 of this show, whenever I became a judge. I don't know. Whatever that was.
You said that with a straight face, I bet.
Oh, I always say it with a straight face. It's the truth. It is the truth. I'm an honorable man. I'm an honorable, honorjudge.com? Free plug? I'm an honorable man. And someone in the comments, I posted a lot of evidence regarding a lot of things, and it seems very mixed. Some people are on my side. Some people think I cheated it. This confession has absolutely nothing to do about that, because I'm an honorable man. I didn't rig the machine at all. I'm an innocent man. I'm a free man. I did not do anything wrong. But there is a Reddit post that was fantastic. I need to own up to this. I don't even know what the consequences are, if there are any. But Reddit user Archery Contest posted, I don't remember the title of the post. Andrew has breached the agreement. It's the title. Opened it up. In that episode, I said all of my sports teams are trash. All my teams are trash.
Yes.
It's an outlawed word.
That is an
I used the trash word. I have to use rubbish. I have lost the ability to say trash. We need to check the tapes. I do not know what the consequences of making such an error. I apologize. I hope the audience can forgive me.
How many times do you think you've misused rubbish and trash?
Oh, probably countless times.
Here's what we're gonna do.
Penalty.
We're gonna count this one. We're gonna call it your first strike. Okay. In language law of face, you get 3 strikes and then it's a marathon. So you've got 1 strike. If you say trash 2 more times, you've got to walk a marathon.
I like that.
Okay. Deal.
And how long does he have to complete the marathon after the final strike?
Shut up.
He's as long as it takes me to write 45,000 as long as it takes me to write rubbish 45,000 times with a pencil.
Okay. I'll accept those terms. Write with pencil. A pencil write, right? Like not digital. We're talking
with pencil.
physical. Okay.
I'm gonna write the 45,000 words.
That sounds fair. When is can I get one last one in without getting a strike?
In like a grace period?
Okay. That's rubbish. What that is.
That sounds great. That sounds appropriate. That sounds like natural. Like, hey, I wanted to deal with this at the top of the hour, but then I just realized we're fucking
42 minutes
in somehow. I was going to address this right out of the gate. But in a somber, serious note, I feel like we should talk about it. Because there have been, it's public knowledge now. And I'm going to apologize now if I cry at all. I'm going to try real hard not to. But in the most recent episode that came out of KFace 124, I mentioned that Henry had gone to the hospital and he was okay. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, he died a couple days later. And I always considered Henry to be an official member of KFace.
Definitely.
I thought he brought a hell of a lot of joy to what we did. It was really sad. He didn't suffer. It was if there's such a thing as a good death, it was a really, really good death. He died in bed with us while we held him, and he was happy. But he didn't squeak much for the last, I don't know, 6 months or so. And I just kind of didn't talk about it. He just wasn't really able to play much anymore. He had some mobility issues. But I want the audience to know that until he died, Henry was still in the room every episode of KFace. He would crawl or walk in. He couldn't play. He couldn't make the noise that he used to, but he would come and he would sit next to me. And he knew every time I was recording KFace that it was time to go to work. And he, without fail until the end, he came and he sat here and he went through every episode of KFace with us. You may not have known he was there, but he was. And so Emily and I talked a lot about like what to do about it on this. And I even, we even joked around about maybe doing like a one last squeak for him. I kept Owl, and I kept I've kept my favorite toys that he had. I kept Puss and Owl, and they're on the shelf next to me. But that seems silly, and I don't want to do that. I do think it's pretty facey that we are making a squeaky dog toy that he will never squeak. Because it's not going to come in. It's not going to come in until well after his death. But a lot of people have sent well wishes to Emily and and me, and I just wanted everybody to know that like Henry did pass away, but he was 5 days short of 12, which is like 104 years old in bulldog terms. And so, their life expectancy is like 8 years. And so he made it 50% more than that. And so, anyway, don't want to bring the mood down too much, but Henry did pass away last week. And so I thought people should know.
So he made it a solid 125 episodes with us.
Yeah, he did. He made it 125 episodes. The first 125 episodes are the Henry episodes. And,
I'd love to know how much squeaking we have. If somebody compiled all the squeaks, how long of squeaks would we have?
Like if you just edit off the beginning and the end of the squeak, how long is this sustained squeak?
Do we have enough squeak to last what would be an episode length across the time? Because there were some great squeaks by Henry. He had some extended squeaks.
I feel like we all got used to the squeaks, and there were the rare occasion squeaks where we all just had to pause while he really squeaked it out.
And you know what? We should make an album or something that's face just the squeaks.
Just the squeaks.
Oh, that's so cute.
I love that. Yeah.
Oh, it'd be funny that too. For I'm sure Nick could speak to this, but Henry squeaked a lot more than made it on air, because when you guys are talking and Henry's squeaking, I think Nick probably just flattens out my audio, so you probably can't hear most of the actual squeaks that were going on.
Yeah, I think you typically only hear Henry when Jeff's talking.
Which is why half the time, especially in those early days, when I wasn't following conversations and I'd be like, I'm honest, I tuned out. It's because the squeaking was so goddamn loud sometimes I couldn't focus on both.
I watched a cut of, I think we all saw it today, Regulation Animation, and it's the Go Go Now story, which is, it's animated so well, it's all really good. I turned it up really loud to show my wife. I'm like, oh, hey, watch this. It's pretty funny. The squeaking, I didn't realize how much squeaking there is in that store. Jeff, you're talking the whole time, and it is constant in the background. It is so loud, and it's just being animated.
And we're so used to it that like we'll show it to someone and they're like, "What's the squeaking?" And we're like, "Oh yeah, don't worry about it." I like that he's transferred into another medium.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm glad
man.
that all those squeaks are captured. I want to know what our first reaction to the squeaks were. When was the first squeak? I've got a lot of questions about the lore of Henry.
It is funny. It became a natural thing so quickly that I can't remember when it began. It was just it was sort of just always there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember finding out when you told us the names of the toys of Owl, and Puss, and then finding out is Puss an octopus?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Of course Puss is an octopus.
I would have assumed platypus. I mean, I see where you're going with octopus.
Oh, cat.
I would be thinking platypus. Yeah, that's true. I
could
don't
be a cat.
associate that with cat as much, but you're not wrong.
No, he's a little blue octopus. He's a cutie. Yeah.
Oh,
He's looking at me right now, actually.
That's adorable. Well, if people have any Henry fun facts that we've talked about, I'd love to see them.
Yeah. He was a good guy. He was a really good guy. He really took his job on face seriously. Like I would try to, like, on days when I wasn't feeling the squeaks, I would try to sneak away from him, leave him asleep on the bed in the other side of the house in the bedroom, and then shut the door, which doesn't lock or anything. It's just like saloon doors, so they just shut. And then like try to be quiet, and like clockwork, that little motherfucker. We'd be like 3 minutes in, and the doors would go bam open, and Henry would be here with like a fucking ball in his mouth, ready to go to town.
He witnessed the whole beanhole.
He did. He was there for all of the beanhole too. That's right.
Yeah, he was watching over it.
Oh, wow. What a cutie.
We're
Anyway,
make
so
that pizza soon.
yeah, we got to get on that pizza because Emily is getting ready to fucking.
Is that the
sledgehammer
next
thing down.
face office day? Could it be pizza?
Yeah,
The
could be.
next Fuckface Office Day is next week.
Which day?
Okay.
Oh, no.
Wednesday?
Why are you laughing? Did you already tell me?
Because it's I've already sent the invite, I don't know how long ago, but it is Wednesday at 1 p.m. next week.
Also,
No problem. Eric's on the edge. So I'm not gonna counter that with anything. I'll see you at 1 o'clock on Wednesday, Eric.
There is nothing scarier than hearing Gavin say, "What day?"
Did I miss the? I won't even go there.
Yeah, what? Go where? Where is there to go?
No. It's okay. Everything's okay.
Eric, I'm not going there. Don't worry.
We're okay.
The only place I'm going is Jeff's house on Wednesday.
Well, you're here, Eric. Where did the goose land? What second base? Was he the pitcher?
No, it was like in like shallow outfield. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was like between first and second base.
Yeah.
Closer to second base, maybe 15 feet, 30 feet behind second base.
Yeah.
So I don't watch a lot of baseball. I did watch the Mets Padres series, and there was a fantastic scandal during, I think, Game 3.
Yes.
I want to say.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, late in Game 3. There was an accusation that the pitcher had Vaselined his ears, I'm assuming was the substance that they thought they were accusing. And then there were all these close-ups. Is this something that happens regular in baseball? Because it was a great moment. They were zooming in on his ears and how glistening they were. And there were all these talks about like, whoa, what's going on with the ears? What's going on with the ears? Then he like kind of rubbed his ears and felt like, oh, is he trying to hide something? What's going on with these ears? And then like all of the officiating crew got together, which is like 5 or 6 guys all talking about this other man's ears, and then they talked to the team about it, and then eventually they rubbed down his ears to check if there was it was a ridiculous scene. So I was just curious if maybe Padres upping their game brought Vaseline via the goosen.
No,
as a possibility.
No, that's a great idea to have some kind of goose delivery mechanism to your pitcher so you can cheat. Like nobody would see a big goose handing something to your pitcher and taking off again.
Maybe it was actually goose fat, and that was like a hint to it.
Could have been. Could have been.
It's a great
call.
I think it was Icy Hot to keep them
Yeah.
uncomfortable and
There were-
focused. But they checked him in the 6th inning, but the manager for the Mets was suspicious from the very first pitch, so he waited for his team to be losing for 6 innings to go, something's wrong here.
I got to be honest. I watched that entire game, too, and I was up at Emily's family's in Michigan. And from the first inning, I was on the couch going to Emily going, what is wrong with his fucking ears? They're glowing. They are absolutely, the rest of his body is dry and his ears are dripping. It is so weird. And so then when they approached him on the 6th inning and I was like, oh shit, I guess at least I'm not the only one that thinks the ear thing is weird. However, even if it was Vaseline, that doesn't help a pitcher. Pitchers want sticky shit. They want to scuff up a ball. They don't want to smooth it out.
Yes.
Supposedly it is icy hot, like Eric was saying. And I guess a lot of pitchers do that because it keeps them alert and uncomfortable. And so they're like always focused and they're like,
Did you hear about Roger Clemens in Tokyo?
No.
He wasn't feeling it. Like it was like an opening to a season or whatever. And he wasn't really feeling it. And they had sent these teams to Tokyo to kind of like get ready and play and everything. And Jake Peavy, a Padres pitcher, was talking about going with him. And Roger Clemens was there and got a full body massage in Icy Hot, his whole body, his entire body, in Icy Hot to like wake him up and get him uncomfortable, and then told Jake Peavy, when I'm on the mound, I don't like being comfortable because when you're comfortable, you make mistakes. Took a handful of Icy Hot and rubbed it on his dick and balls and then went out and pitched.
So there's a rich tradition of this in Major League Baseball.
Baseball players are weird, but we're all happy about the goose at least.
Should we all do that before the next recording?
Oh my God! No.
Icy hot ears?
Icy hot balls,
dude. I icy hot in my balls in Achievement Hunter that day, and it was brutal. I don't want to do that again.
I will. Make us uncomfortable enough to make a really good episode.
No, I got a great idea. Why don't
point.
we all pick a series of numbers, and then I will pull one from the machine, and whoever gets pulled has to do it.
Let's put icy hot on their balls?
I can see no issues with this. Yeah, this is a random system in which no way could be influenced or messed with, because I am an honorable man.
You're going to have a 4K streaming webcam live.
Or we could just all do it. I'm also open to that.
This all happened because you didn't put on pants. Like, you understand that, right?
No, you're right. You're not wrong about that. Well,
if it was a 1 in 4 chance, Eric, of your name being pulled, would you go in on it for the icy hot cock?
No, I don't think I would because I don't trust it.
I mean, there's no way if he was rigging it that he would pick you.
I just don't trust that it would.
I think it's all or nothing. I think the idea is that being agitated will make us operate at a higher level of play.
I like this idea. Let's do this.
And so it's like all or nothing. I will say,
we gotta live the life of the pitcher.
Supposedly that pitcher, whose name escapes me, he was throwing a solid 2 miles an hour faster than his fastest pitch. And
he's throwing 2 miles an hour faster than his average. And supposedly is what is it? What do they measure, like RPMs or something on pitches?
Revolutions per minute,
spin rate and stuff. And they were
his
going,
spin rate was off the charts.
But it was all just above his average. Do you know how an average is formed?
No, I understand that. I'm just saying, I'm not saying the guy cheated. I'm saying there were clear benefits to using Icy Hot.
Yeah, he's fire, and you can use Icy Hot. It is not a banned substance for a pitcher. So put it all over your dick and balls and go crazy.
Maybe if we Icy Hot our dick and balls, our jokes per minute will go above our average.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you think that if you put Icy Hot on your dick and balls, you could throw 80 miles an hour?
No, but maybe I could tell 80 jokes an hour. I don't know.
Are we doing that? Are we locked in? Next episode? Next recording?
I'm in.
Everybody's
Nick, are you going to do it too?
Elite performance.
He's got to do it. He's Nick.
Nick, are you going to do it? Thank God I don't talk. I mean, if we're going to do it, we can do it. It's just going to be, okay, let's do it.
Nick says, I'll do it if you do.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
Fine.
There we go.
Oh, shit.
All right. Episode 127 is going to be.
It's going to be Icy Hot.
Yeah,
it's going to be. We're going to operate above our average.
And we always do.
Am I coming in hot?
Oh, no. I think we should
do I apply during the. Okay.
Oh, I agree. I think at the top of the episode, we apply. And then.
That sounds good.
We'll have like an.
How do we. Here's. Okay. I have questions about this then.
Okay.
How do we keep each other honest?
A 4K
is an
webcam.
honor system. It has No, onto what? The 4K webcam onto what?
Dude, I shoved an icicle up my ass during an episode. Like, this is not outside of the realm of things you should be able to believe I would do. I've done it on camera in Achievement Hunter. Gavin was there. Like, you don't have to worry about me.
Yeah, and there's no point in faking something like that.
No,
I agree.
I want to be part of this experience.
I think
This
we'll
is
keep
important
ourselves
research.
honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's what I'll say. If anybody here fakes it and it doesn't go all in, they're just going to have to live with that knowledge for the rest of their lives, knowing they didn't fully share in the experience.
Yeah, and it's definitely not a face move if you don't do it.
Yeah, it's also going to be noticeable because they're going to be way less funny than everybody else. We're all going to be on the top of our game.
We're going to be on fire.
Yeah.
Everyone else is going to be engaged and locked in. If you're not part of that, you're going to get left in the dust.
So we're promising episode 127 is going to be the funniest episode of Face?
I guess, yeah. Yeah, we are. Or we're confirming that it does nothing. That the Icy Hot doesn't work. We're taking
learn
this
something.
into the lab.
Here's what we
this
can
is
do.
Research.
Here's what we can do.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
If it's going poorly and it doesn't feel like the funniest episode,
No.
there is a story I told you guys about 3 weeks ago, a between episodes face that I did to myself that I thought was too gross to tell on camera.
Yes.
And I think Gavin agreed.
No.
Eric agreed. Gavin disagreed, and I don't remember where Andrew
Gavin
lied.
and I both agreed that it was appropriate that it worked, and Eric didn't.
I think
Let's not get it wrong. It's a horrendous story, but it is.
It's disgusting and gross, and it's fantastic.
Eric was fully against it, but I recommended maybe we just save that for a live event.
Okay. Well, I was just going to say, if things are going badly, I can break the glass and pull that story out and try in some way to tell it that doesn't make me seem like a monster.
I would also like to point out that there were a few comment leavers who thought it was too far when we all Winnie the Pooh'd it and hung our genitals out for about a minute of the podcast. So if you felt that way, you're not going to enjoy next week.
No, you're
not. Yeah, that's true.
Give it a miss.
Am I doing a patch? Am I going with the foam? What
or roll on or whatever cream.
Standard?
I have all of it.
Yeah, I assumed I would lather up the hands in the cream.
Yeah, I'm gonna cream.
And just go to town.
Yeah, I don't think I want to patch that area. Yeah,
I would not patch it.
That could be bad.
I would either get the roll on, which seems like a lot. Just get the cream. The cream makes sense.
Just get the cream.
I'm on DoorDash right now. I'm just looking to see what options I have if I wanted to deliver.
Can you leave a note and make sure they know it's for your balls so you can make the funniest episode of a podcast?
Oh, and do we care about brand? Like I have Tiger Balm. I was going to use Tiger Balm. I think it's stronger than Icy Hot anyway. But if you need me to get Icy Hot brand Icy Hot, I can.
I don't think it matters.
We should have a consistent.
I just have Tiger Balm Ultra already here because I basic.
You want to put something called Tiger Balm Ultra on your dick and balls.
Yeah, it'll be way worse, I think, than Icy Hot.
I feel like we're all about to start doping before the next game. Like that's how we're treating this.
Yeah. I could get the ointment Ultra Strength. It's got a tiger on it because it's Tiger Balm. That makes sense.
We'll get the same stuff.
Tiger Balm's serious deal.
Are we getting Tiger Balm?
I guess we're getting Tiger Balm.
Does this clear legal, by the way?
Yeah, legal. Yeah, I just asked. Legal said it's fine. They also don't know we exist, so it's okay.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I think the only other thing to discuss before we go is are the banana wipes done?
No. No, absolutely not. I still got time. I got everything organized.
What?
It's all ready to go.
What percentage done is it? Yeah.
What percentage did I see last time? Does anyone remember what I said last time?
Forget that question. Andrew, have you touched it since the last time we talked?
Like physically touched, or like I've done some mental work. I've thought about some transitions.
It's all up here.
Yeah.
It's all up here. It's all up there. I need to reach out to somebody on Facebook.
I'm getting the sense that we should probably end because we're over an hour. But I also had a piece of news that I thought I would talk about today, but we had such a lovely conversation. But I did a thing in Michigan. And I kind of I did it, so it was definitely a face in a lot of ways. But so I don't know if you guys want to cover it next week or if you want to. I could bang out the story now. But I did propose to my girlfriend, and she did eventually say yes.
Eventually,
Congrats.
Well, thanks. It was, I faced it. Let's just say that.
Are we doing with a teaser? Is this a teaser for
That's
the
a
next?
great teaser.
Okay, well, I just say, I kind of fucked up the proposal, but in a very mean way. And,
I'm very excited to hear this.
And
Okay,
I'll
I
tell you
can't
this,
wait.
too. I'm going to send you, let me send you 2 photos real fast. Because
Okay.
my friend Kent pointed this out to me. The place where I proposed, completely unintentionally, and I didn't realize it until I saw the photos, kind of horrified me, actually. Let me find them. I'm sorry, I'm vamping while I try to find these photos. You might recognize it, Gavin, especially. Well, I guess, Andrew, you would too. This is where I proposed because I thought it would be really romantic.
Mhm.
And it's this place in Mackinac Island called Arch Rock.
Wow.
Okay.
And my friend Kent pointed out to me that this is actually where I proposed.
You proposed on the silent cartographer.
What I've posted is a picture of this place called Arch Rock in Michigan where I proposed, and under it is a screenshot from Randall Glass's Warthog jump video, which is honestly the inspiration for Rooster Teeth in our career. Probably is that we watched that video, Gus and I, and we got really excited about Halo physics. I proposed to my girlfriend in the real life representation of a level of Halo 1 in Silent Cartographer. That was not intentional. That was like that time I bought a bicycle and then Gavin pointed out that it was the Achievement Hunter color and I never rode it again.
That video was so iconic that I remember the first thing I thought when I saw that video is, how am I watching a video of an Xbox? It was that early. And I was like, how do you record an Xbox and put it on the internet? How does that work?
Wild. It's still a phenomenal video if you ever get a chance to see it.
He does a bit where he blows up the Warthog, it goes really high in the air, and then he shoots a rocket predictively into it. I thought that was the coolest shit when I was 13.
Oh, yeah. Gus and I would just spend Friday nights just in the living room trying to recreate everything he did. And that's how we learned how to get the tank on the base and all that dumb physics stuff we did in Rooster Teeth. In early days of Red vs. Blue, it all came from Randall's video.
He was in season 1.
Yeah, he was the original. I don't know, not to get off on a Rooster Teeth tangent, but we liked it so much we became friendly with him because it was so kind of inspirational and informative that he was the original character or voice actor for the character Vic in Rooster Teeth.
Oh,
Why
wow.
do I keep saying Rooster Teeth in Red versus Blue? And then I think Bernie didn't have enough voices, and so he took that one. Bernie needed to voice yet another character, so he took over Vic in season 2. I think.
When was the last time you spoke to Randall Glass?
Oh, it's probably been a decade. How about you?
Never.
Oh, really? He's a nice dude. I mean, he was. I assume he still is. But yeah, I probably haven't talked to him in a decade. I did talk to Bernie the other day, though. Still talk to him. Anyway, we should probably wrap up. Be sure to tune in next week for what promises to be the funniest episode in the history of Face.
Yeah. It's going to be so bad.
Should we start posting that on socials as if it's real? Like it's an event.
Dude, the ears, they don't look real. It's Eric just posted a picture of the ears. They look like wax ears.
Those are not standard ears.
Bye.
Hey guys, Major League fan Jack here with a look at next week's episode of Face. Jeff has even more mouth problems. How would you make a waffle at your desk? Panton is at it again. Seriously, what is wrong with Jeff's mouth? And once again, Andrew does not eat the pencil. All that and more on next week's episode of Face.